Hi everyone, happy December. My name is Candace. This is Flosstube 32. Yeah, Flosstube 32. This is a channel mostly about cross-stitching with some quilting and knitting thrown in. We finally made it to December. We're in the last month of 2020. We're so close to 2021. Let's see. So yes, I'm a day late recording. I had some appointments yesterday, and then my husband, with the kids being virtual school, ended up having to work late because he had to come home so I could go to one of those appointments. So yeah, it was a mess. And then I had to take the kids to swim. So this did not happen yesterday. This happened today, but that's okay because that means that you're going to get to see 3 days of my Advent, my yarn Advent calendar, and one extra whip. So yeah. So let's see. Oh gosh. November is finally done. November 30th is the anniversary of my dad passing away. So it's always kind of a rough day. And I'm always glad when December 1st hits because it really means that, Christmas season is upon us. So, of course, we decorated the week before Thanksgiving, but yeah. Lights make people happy. We need more happy, so we decorated. So with that, I have a couple of finishes that I would like to show. And this first one, I'm going to show it now just so that I can get it off of all my stuff. But I made a tree skirt for my kid's tree. So, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to show this whole thing. So this is the part that shows out the front of the tree. And then where it's split back here, that's the part that goes in the back. So this is some fairly deep stash Christmas fabric from Robert Kaufman's company. So Ann Kell is the designer, and it's called Jingle. I don't know how old it is, like 2014, 2015. But I had a layer cake of it, which are 10 by 10. And I just cut them in half and then just sewed them together, 2 back together into a square. And then sewed those together. So then after I quilted it, I actually had this backing fabric. It's just an aqua chevron. I had this in my stash. So I had just enough for this. I could not have made this any bigger and had this fabric fit the back. So after I got it all quilted, it just simple on either side quilting, just really simple. Then I went and I cut into it to make the split. So I cut the square out of the middle, cut the line, and then I bound the entire thing. So I machine bound it just with plain red. But yeah, my kids thought it was super cute. Oh, I still have loose threads. Oh well. My kids thought it was super cute. So that is done. I worked on that on Saturday, and I was pretty excited to get that done. Most likely, now that I'm going to lay it on the floor right there, the cats will come lay on it, but that's okay. Oops. My extending table for my sewing machine was behind my chair. Oopsies. So, another finish happens to be a start and a finish. And I was going to try and FFO it before this video, but I didn't have time. So, I will get that done ASAP because it is Lizzie Kate. This is Dear Santa, I've Been Good. So I ended up making 2 of these, one for each of my kids' bedroom doors. And then this one is going to hang in between their rooms because their doors are fairly close to each other. So here are the, the 2 small ones. And then there's the full-size piece. Now I did make 2 changes. So this is supposed to have white behind it. Is supposed to have white box. Right there. And then there's supposed to be white dots down here. I left those out. I actually like the better with just the red. And then I didn't put the white dots in the bottom. So yeah, those are done. I just need to get them fully finished so I can hang them up. I have everything I need. I've got tons of, obviously, leftover Christmas fabric, but I don't have any ribbon. So I just wanted to go get some plain red ribbon, just, you know, like 1/4 inch ribbon to hang it. That's the only thing I don't have, and so I figured I would go get that hopefully tomorrow when my husband gets out of work, and then I can get those finished because I have to work tonight. So I just want to make sure that's it for finishes. I got a little crafty. I guess these are technically finishes too. I made some thread keeps. So that one's a little bird. And these are they're binder rings. Just regular binder rings. I got them on Amazon. The bezel and the glass, cabochon, I think is how you say it. I got those on Amazon too. And then it's just scrapbook paper. Sorry, the light is... So, and I just used E6000. I don't know if you're supposed to use something different in between the paper and the glass, but E6000 worked fine. I mean, I want a million of these with the snowflakes because it's perfect for winter. So I made those. I just kind of wanted to test it out and see how it goes. I just need something to put my floss on so it's not just all scattered in the bottom of my project bag. And then last week I had mentioned that I was going to make some progress keepers, and I did. So there's that one, and then there's 2 other ones, and I believe they're on my knitting wings that I'll show. So yeah. So let's see, at the end of the month, I was working on Dear Santa. I actually finished that one on December 2nd. Let me just make sure. Fairly certain it was December 2nd. Oh no, I finished it on the 1st. Yeah, so I finished it on the 1st. I stayed up late. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep that night. But I was so close, and I just had the presents and the trees, and I just wanted to finish it. So I also joined Semi-Sane Stitchers on Facebook and jumped right in to the Whip Wranglers challenge. So I won't go through the entire process, but basically you have a 20-sided die and a 6-sided die. You have 20 whips. You roll the dice to figure out which whip for the 20-sided die, and then the 6-sided die is how many stitches you're going to do. So I did easy because I wasn't sure... I haven't ever done a challenge like that before, so I figured I'd take the easy way, and then that way I could get a feel for it and, you know, challenge myself later in the year, in 2021. So, my first roll happened to be Halloween and CrossStitch by Cuore Batticuore, I believe is how I say her name. So, and I didn't have 20 whips that would work, so I believe I had... No, maybe I did have all 20 were whips. Oh, yeah, because I put full coverage in there. So this was my first roll, and I had to do 50 stitches on it, which was nothing. And I have to say, it's a little weird counting stitches, because I have never counted stitches before. The only thing I've ever done is, just used stitch count off Pattern Keeper for my full coverage pieces. But, so... I had done, it was only 50, so I did like her little sleeve right here and then the needle. And then I was like, okay, so I'll roll again. So I rolled again. It was this whip again. Except the second time you roll it, you just cut your number in half. So it was supposed to be 100. I ended up doing 263 because I was working on this part of the ribbon and her dress right here. So I wanted to get a little chunk of it done. Oh, and I did the little spider's body. But I'm going to save the back stitching around him until the end because I'm stitching this in hand. And, you know, I'll roll it up and then I don't want it to ruin the back stitching. So I did get some work done on her. I was going to do her sleeve and her belt, but I didn't have that color in my bag. So I must have taken it out for a different project. So then I knew that this whip was wrangled. Once you work on it twice, it is done. So I will not pull this out again until 2021, probably. So then I was a little nervous to roll the third time. And I ended up, let me get back over here. I rolled my full coverage piece, Mini Dark Goddess. And I have a feeling that the paper is upstairs for this one. Oh, well, I have this one, but it's little. So this is Mini Dark Goddess. It's a Heaven and Earth design. The artwork is Cavalaris. And I have quite a few of her pieces to stitch eventually. So this one, there's where it's at right now. It was only 50 stitches. So it was like this little dark right here. That's it. That's all I had to do. So that was super easy. And when I say I took the easy way, apparently really easy because I kept rolling ones, which is, for me, only 50 stitches. So then my next roll was for Fairy Autumn Glow. And this is actually in plans because I haven't stitched it yet. But I'm going to stitch 200 on this one. So I'll just, even though it's technically not a whip I worked on, I'll be working on it today. So there's Fairy Autumn Glow. And I gotta get her back in the Q-snap because my stitches just look way better on this Ada. So there's where it's at right now. So I'll have 200 stitches to do in this one before I roll again. So I'm going to probably work on that a little bit tonight or today before I go to work. It all depends. It's, let's see, it's 1 o'clock right now. So I have a little under 2 hours. So that's not bad. And then we had some knitting whips. So this one I've showed you guys now. I got a new bag. This could actually probably fit a sweater. It's a good size bag. This is another Tanai Casey bag from Etsy. And she's generally linked below. But I mean, they're adorable. There's like, look at this little hedgehog right there. And then what sold me, aside from that squirrel, was this fox right here. I mean, it's just so cute. So the inside is just plain canvas. It's got a couple of pockets in it. So I am working on my 2019 Goosey Fibers Advent Calendar. So I showed this to you guys last week, and I was... Oh, here's another one of my progress keepers that I made. It's Santa. So, I got quite a bit done. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 colors done. And I was doing this during swim yesterday. I'm sorry. So, I like dropped it right in the middle of a row. I'll be able to pick it right back up because all of the sections are the same. They're all the same stitch pattern. So, it's just kind of awkward to show now because I didn't finish off the row last night when I got home. So, you guys remember that part. And then you see Santa there. So there's the next colors. So this is the Adventuresome wrap from Amba O'Brien. Give you a better close-up of the colors that I've done. They're so pretty. And this was, I had opened the entire kit and then organized it into my own kind of gradient instead of doing random. But I love this pattern and I could totally foresee myself making it again. But this was my 2019. I don't know why I ever put it down. I don't. I love it. So I worked on that one, and I really wanted to have it done by the 1st, so I didn't have 2 Advent projects going, but that didn't happen, obviously, because today is the 3rd. Yeah, the 3rd. So I don't have a Christmas bag for this one yet, and I need to get one. So we have my, I think you guys remember I showed this last week. It's my Fiber Studio Advent. I've opened the first 3 days now, and I have knit up the first 2 days and half of the 3rd day. So the first day we had, and it's a 2-ply fingering weight. If any of you have ever knit with Knit Picks palette yarn, this is very, very similar. It's great for color work. And I am just doing it in the order it comes in. So I've never done that before. I've always had more control over what I was going to do. But this time I decided no. Day 1, I'm going to knit it in the order that I open them in. So here's day 2. And this one really reminds me of like fall leaves. Or like old school vintage Christmas. And then day 3... Ooh, that's really bright. It's not that bright. It's a little bit more subtle than that. A little more like rusty color. So I am doing the Dust of Snow wrap from Helen Stewart, who is the creative mind behind Curious Handmade. You can find it on Ravelry. And there's where I'm at. So it's okay. I'm not like dying in love with it yet, but I'm only on the 3rd color. So I've done, I'm not even halfway done with the 3rd color. So the 1st color, and then it goes into the 2nd color, and then we've got some not really lace work, but more increases and decreases to give it that effect. And then I've completely finished the 2nd color. So then I just have, it's another one of these bands for the 3rd color. There are different stitch patterns in this one though. So, and I can show you what the Dust of Snow looks like, because I don't think I've showed that one yet. I think I decided at the last minute to do this one instead of something else. So this is Dust of Snow. And she used a lot of lighter colors, and then she held a strand of mohair. Held it with her fingering weight yarn as she knit. So it looked like it was dusted with snow. I'm not doing that because I have mohair in that hat that I'm working on, and I gotta say it's not my favorite. Not my favorite. So I went down a needle size. I'm using, hold on. I'm using size 6 needles. I probably could have gone down to a 5. You can obviously see through my stitching, but I'm okay with it. I mean, this yarn is more of a light fingering, and because it's a 2-ply, there's not going to be a ton of fluffing up from it. So, I'm just rolling with it. I said I was going to do it in order, and I'm going to do it in order. So, no matter what comes. And then with each of them, so far has come stitch markers, and they are all just a little bit different. So let's see how I don't know if it'll work this way or not. Oh wait, I do have something darker. We'll see if something darker will work. Nope, not really. Too patterny. So there's the first one, and these are acrylic, clear acrylic, and they're each a different snowflake design. So far I've gotten one in each of my days. Oops, that was backwards. I like that one. It's really pretty. So I've gotten 3 of those so far, and I'm just keeping them in with the little wooden ones that came with it, so that I just keep everything together so I have it all at the end. So yeah, my plan is to keep up on this. So I will, as soon as I'm done with this video, try and finish that section. If I don't, then I'll finish it when I get home from work tonight. But I really want to be able to keep up with this. So the garter rows are easier because it's just knitting back and forth. But when you get into the lace and the increases and decreases, it slows down a little bit. So let's see. Oh, I had another whip, which has little threads all over it now. So if you guys remember, I was doing the Socialites knit along with Fat Quarter Shop, and I had 5 blocks done, and then life and other things got in the way. So I was 5 blocks behind. So I had 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11 was, if it was released today, that's a day early because it should have been released tomorrow. But I think number 11 was just released. So I think I have these in order. So here's block 6. And the fabric I'm using is from Deep Stash. It is, I have a hair tickling my arm. So it is called A Beautiful Thing by Zoe Perrin from Riley Blake. So, or for Riley Blake. So this fabric is basically next to impossible to find. I did find some that is in Australia, and I will find a coordinating fabric that matches for the back. So here's number 7. And then this was number 8. The stripes were fun, I gotta say. Fun stripes. And here's number 9. Jeez, I got little threads all over the place. So I did all these on Sunday. And then number 10. And each of these blocks has a name, but I'll be darned if I thought to write them down. Sort of forgot. So I got caught up on that. And that is it for whips. I'm looking around because I had stuff kind of just spread everywhere. But yeah, my sewing area was used and then cleaned and then used and then cleaned. So I probably could have had more stitching time if I would have avoided the cleaning part, but you know. So let's do a quick, I don't know if I showed this yet. This is the new hands-on design. Let's Talk Winter. I got mine, so I just need to get fabric for it. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. I haven't decided. I kind of want to do all of them on a different color fabric. And I thought about doing something in like a frosty blue color for this one, because I think it would look neat on like a nice frosty blue. So, but I need to make sure that it's frosty, darker frosty enough so that the white shows up. And I could always use, because this calls for 3865. So I could always use Blanc or B5200 if I needed it to be brighter. So otherwise, I don't think I got anything in the mail. Like, I think that was it as far as haul goes. I've been getting some Christmas presents and stuff like that in for the kids, but my plans. So I want to make the tree skirt for the big tree, which has all mine and my husband's ornaments. This is, oh, I left it over there. Vintage, hold on a second. Oh, Vintage Holiday by Bonnie and Camille. And these, it's kind of a mess, but these are the colors that I'm using. It's all the aquas and reds that were in, I had 2 charm packs. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use the tree skirt pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. It's the charm pack tree skirt, I believe it's called. I'm going to use that. It is a paid for pattern, but I'm going to use these. Got my white background to make a tree skirt for our tree. That one will be a little bigger than the kids because their tree is 4.5 feet and ours is 7.5 feet. So, so anyway, the only other thing, Semi-Sane Stitchers, it'll be a roll to figure out what I'm going to do. But I would like to start Christmas Rules from Lizzie Kate. I have everything I need for that now. And then, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. See how it goes. So I'm not doing Vlogmas or Flossmas. I figure you guys have enough of those videos to watch. You don't need one more clogging up your feed. So I'm just showing my yarn on Instagram. If you guys want to follow me there, I'm Candace K31. And I'm showing my yarn there as I open it, but I also show my cross-stitch whips, knitting whips, once in a while a cute kid or a cute dog or a cute cat if they're not, destroying things. Sometimes, there'll be other randomness, but in general, it's crafting. So, I think that's all I have for this week, guys. That's it. That's kind of not a ton, but I still managed to talk for 27.5 minutes. So, I hope you guys have had a good first week of December. I am going to go get some knitting and stitching done before I go to work. And my kids get done with school. Although it sounds like one of them is up and around, so we'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys are enjoying all of the other Flosstubers Flossmas videos. I am definitely keeping up on Erin-2Martini-Stitcher. The other Erin from HAED, they're both opening the Black Needle Society nice box, as well as Michelle G, Bendy-Stitchy. The 3 of them are the ones that I'm watching every day, and they all have that box. So I see it 3 times, but that's okay because they all have different content otherwise. Erin from HAED made her own tea advent calendar, which is genius. I totally should have done that because I have plenty of tea I could have done that with. Erin-2Martini-Stitcher has some really fun ones, and then I just love seeing Michelle's advents that she got because yarn. And then, Janet-Jabber is doing hers over on Instagram. So if you follow Janet-Jabber on Instagram, she's doing her daily pick of what she's going to work on. That's all I can think of right now. But I've been trying to catch up on some of the ones that are new to me or that I've missed. So, yeah. So I'm just trying to catch up on those. But yeah, so I'm going to go before I ramble on for an entire 30 minutes because we're already getting close. So I will see you guys next week, probably on Wednesday. I don't foresee any alterations in my schedule next week. So have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.